Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Zach here, and today we're reacting to the brand new structure deck, the Crimson King. So in this video we're just going to basically talk about it and react to the structure deck. Later on I will upload a budget-friendly deck profile with this structure deck. And after that I will upload a competitive version of this deck. So without further ado, let's just open it up and see what we can get from it. I haven't actually seen the cards that has been in it. I was to a sneak peek release on it at my locals yesterday, and there was a chance you could win a mat, but I didn't win anything. I'm unlucky, and that was very not friendly open. So first of all, we have our playmat. I believe I already know how this playmat, what this playmat looks like, because it was the same as the sneak peek event. Okay, I just have the smells of paper. Yeah, exactly. The Crimson King. That actually looks nice. That looks awesome. It's 100,000 years ago that I have used a paper playmat. You know, playing on a paper playmat. It's 1,000 years ago, basically. It is a Smeltic. Okay, how do we open this respectfully? I guess we're just going to do this. So much for doing it respectfully, of course. Come on, out you go. There you go. Over there. So we have the structure deck here. Is that okay? I thought it was scratches on the back card. How do we open up this? Isn't there a string or something you can pull in? No. I'm just trying to open up this, because there you go, there's a way. If you just, I don't know, move your fingers hard over the plastic, then you will basically open up the structure deck. First of all, Soul Resonator. This will be the best card basically in this deck. I feel like I've read a little bit about it, but this will definitely be the best. It will be a one-card combo later on, I feel like. That is what you can call Vision Resonator. Nice. Red Dragon Archery. That is a long time since I've seen this bad boy. Red Rising Dragon. Also a long time ago. Everyone's King. Yeah, that's actually right. I heard a little bird singing about that you would get a promo card in this structure deck, which is this card, and that is just insane. Human. A foolish king once forsook his land and friends, but his scarred soul was saved by a compassionate heart. I can't read. He who has determined to live his own destiny shall save the world and become the true king, giver of happiness and loved by all. And he has 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense. Almost. Oh my god, they should have made it 2K just to celebrate this, or not mark this card. So it's actually a funny promo card to get. Next we have Red Supernova Dragon. That is also something. Nice card. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, and the new Scarred Dragon Archfiend. I haven't seen this card before. It's also new, so that's basically that. This card name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend while on the field or in the graveyard. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can special summon one Red Dragon Archfiend from your extra deck. This is treated as a synchro summon. Then, if this card was sent to the graveyard as a synchro material for a dark dragon synchro monster, you can destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. You can only use this effect of Scarred Dragon Archfiend once per turn. So this basically is Mirror Jade for the Red Dragon Archfiend, I feel like. That is nice. Bone Archfiend, one of the new cards. Dark Resonator, Creation Resonator, Synchron Resonator, Red Resonator, Crimson Resonator. Okay, a lot of Resonators, so that's nice. Vice Dragon, a old school card. It has been a decade since I've seen this monster. Battle Fader, Red Sprinter, Red Warg, Wandering King Wildwind, Phantom King Hydride, Magical King Moonstar, Absolute King Backjack, Red Dragon Archery in the Soul Mode. That is insane, the old Assault Beast, Psy Reflector, Fire and Asketor Dawn Order, Danger Nessie isn't in here, Turbo Capra as well. That's nice. Witch of the Black Forest. Absolute Power Force is our first spell card, guys. And this is a new one. Target one Red Dragon Archery you control. If that monster you control battles an opponent's monster this turn, apply these effects until the end of the damage step. It gains 1k attack. That's nice. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects, also nice. And if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent, and any battle damage your opponent takes from this battle is doubled. This is one of the more insane cards in the entire deck, basically, guys. I feel like this card will definitely become one of the most problem cards in the entire deck. I can't wait to actually build this deck. Crimson Gaia, Resonator Engine, Resonator Call, Resonator Command, Burning Soul, Pot of Extravagance, Venus Golem, Red Zone, King Synchro. Okay, I couldn't remember if this card would be in the deck. This is basically one of the better traps in the entire deck. Red Rain, Time to Stand Up, Venus Chain, Powerful Rebirth, Assault Mode activate. I don't know why, guys. Am I psycho if I'm saying that I could potentially have the nerves to actually play the Assault Mode card? I don't know. Okay, we got 2, 3, 4 more synchros. Scarlight Red Dragon Archery, Hot Red Dragon Archery Abyss, Archery Bane, and Red Nova Dragon. A lot of awesome cards, basically, guys, in this struct today. Let's just put all of the cards together in a pile, except for these. Let us just talk about them. These we don't need to talk about. These cards is more like the new card that I'm going to talk about right now. First of all, the promo card. I love the idea that they actually put this in the whole structure, because Jack Atlas was basically someone that all the kids in the anime looked up to, because he was one of the best duelists in the entire anime, basically. And he was loved by all the children. So I love that this card is in here. Scarred Red Dragon Archery, or Scarred Dragon Archery. I will say this will probably be one of the better cards in the entire deck, mostly because of his synchro ability to just get your copy of Red Dragon Archery directly on the board, and they are the same level, which is also going to be easy for you to just synchro summon him, and then use him later on to go into stuff like, I don't know, one of the bigger Red Dragon Archery, or even, because I feel like this deck could potentially be a deck that will banish a lot of cards. So using the Bustials in this deck would definitely be something. That would definitely be something, because if you have stuff like Crimson Resonator banished because of one of your Magnamuts, or your Magnamut now because of the battle list, then you can use this Pater to revive, and then use these cards to go into another big card, basically. And also the destruction ability is really, really nice, because everything you need to do is basically use him for a synchro summon. That is insane. That is an insane effect, guys, to use him as a synchro material for a Dark Dragon synchro monster. You could just use him, go into Bestial Dispater, and then use effect to clear your opponent's board for attack position monsters. King Calamity in this deck is actually going to maybe become a problem later on. I feel like this whole deck will definitely become one of the better structure decks, and whenever I have the time, I believe I already next Friday, today is Saturday, so within the next week, I will have 2 more copies of this deck, and then I will make a budget-friendly deck profile where you all know what a budget-friendly deck profile is. It is where you buy 3 of the structure decks, and then I will basically use only the cards in the structure deck to build a deck, basically. And later on, use everything in my power to get cards to build a competitive version of this deck. But yeah, King Calamity will definitely be a problem in this deck, but I feel like there is cards like the Crimson Dragon could also be one of the better cards in this deck, because you can go into that, and then if you have already, I don't know, a level 12 synchro, I can't remember if they have that, maybe Red Nova Dragon is at level 12, then you can use Crimson Dragon's effect to go into this card and then lock your opponent down. That is something. It is, for me, it is easier in stuff like Black Wings because I know the whole line in that deck. Red Rising Dragon, has been a long time since we have seen that as a reprint. Red Supernova Dragon, also awesome. Let us talk about these cards. Soul Resonator. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 level 4 lower fiend monster from your deck to your hand except for this card. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Dark Synchro monsters. If a card or cards you control would be destroyed by battle or card effects while you control Red Dragon Archery or Synchro monster that mentions it, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. You can only use each effect of Soul Resonator once per turn. Just by looking at the effect, this would probably be the 1-card combo of the whole deck, basically. But I also feel like people would definitely begin to look at this and just ash it or imperm it or destroy it by every means necessary. Banish it from the graveyard. There's a problem though. They can't do it with Bestials. The only option to banish it before it banishes itself is by using Call by the Grave. Basically. I love the idea that you get a new searcher, but I feel like nowadays when decks and archetypes get support, they always gets at least 1 card that can on summon search out your combo pieces, basically. Soul Resonator, I really love the whole idea. I also love the design a lot. I've always been a fan of the Atlas as well, just like Crow Hogan, basically. I really love the whole Resonator archetype. Vision Resonator. If a level 5 or higher Dark Dragon monster is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon this once per turn this way. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 spell trap that mentions Red Dragon Archery from your deck to your hand, and you can only use this effect once per turn. I will say this definitely opens up the opportunities to be able to get to our absolute power force, because that is just insane. And also something that I was looking up, seeing that this card is a quick play, so you can set it and then pass turn, and then in your opponent's battle phase, if they don't pop this card, then you can just activate it. And basically, yeah, that's game with the opponent. Other cards in this deck, I feel like the only good card that could potentially become something that I would use later on would definitely be Wild Wind. I don't know any other cards. Of course, I don't know, Assault Beast. I had the feelings to use the, where is it? The Red Dragon Archery Assault mode monster, but there's a catch with this, and that is that you have to use this card in your deck to be able to summon out this monster. By saying that, Red Dragon Archfiend definitely could become one of the better decks right now because of everything else that has happened. Castura's gone. Basically, you could still play Castura. Again, I have said all about it in previous video on this channel. So if you haven't seen that, look it up, basically. But yeah, guys, that was everything for this video. A little bit longer than I thought because I began to just talk about the deck. I feel like this will definitely change Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit. But yeah, if you enjoyed, I hope you did. Leave a like in the video and consider subscribing. It's free and you will always change your mind. But without further ado, we'll see each other next time. Peace out.